bench as he rolled on to a 26-point win over the reigning champ, Joe Mars.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. Welcome to 2K Sports Live. D.A.J.
Kevin, thank you very.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Jordan, Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the three, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
And nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
The shot's good from LeBron. And the NBA, Chris, with a long regular season, we know that. Are there things that can make the season seem even longer or shorter or in between for that matter?
Yeah, Kevin, well, I tell you what, the cliche, time flies when you're having fun, and we all know that's true. So when you're losing or not seeing eye to eye, that's when the season can really drag on.
Up again, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Hey, they've broken the shield. 3 misses to start, but now they're back in business.
James with it. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Over to the wing. Kuzma passes to James. Lakers passing it around. 5 to shoot. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. The shot's good from Irving.
Irving does a solid job maintaining his balance, even with the D being all over him. Impressive athleticism.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Offensive rebound. And Kuzma stays with it.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Irving looking for an opening. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
So smooth in everything he does. Irving will score the ball from anywhere.
Schroeder against Harden. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. Kicks it out to LeBron. Over Harris. LeBron shot is off. The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Jordan. It's all knotted up.
The bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Now here's LeBron, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Here's Irving, following the basket by LeBron James. No good from Irving.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
The Nets shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Now here's LeBron, 8 feet away. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And James is used to scoring through contact. Doesn't matter what the D throws at him.
Outside Irving. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. Luwawu Cabarro kicks to Irving. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
How about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Green. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's KD. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Caruso kicks to James. Shoots the 3. The Lakers rebound. Harrell the pass to LeBron. Takes a 3. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers on top, up 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got LeBron James. Harrell is out there with Morris. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's Shamet missing. Lakers leading by 7. Morris passes to Horton Tucker. LeBron outside. Back to Morris. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jeff Green picks one up. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's Schroeder. James Harden picking up that last basket. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Green kicks to Shamet. Harden outside. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Here's Shamet after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. Fires the 3. And no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Brown. And the Nets miss again.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Been drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami. Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. GA, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and the shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
Here is Harden after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from James Harden. The Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Out to the right wing, Caruso. That 3 off the mark.
Now, you don't see that very often. A wide-open 3 is usually like a layuff for him.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, Harden is so good at finishing these and ones. I mean, he is just a thorn in the D side.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving comes in for Landry Shamet. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Here's Schroeder. He had a big outing in that Trailblazers game as well. To the middle, tries from the block, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Good. Irving's got 8.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Portland. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Kuzma. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Harden. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
Lakers leading by 4. Schroeder, left side. Lakers passing it around. No good off the back of the rim.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Harden the pass to Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
Schroeder against Harden. And it's Schroeder missing.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Irving attacking. They now take the lead. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
Oh, I like when Irving turns on the jet. Amazing quickness on the drive from the speedy guard.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kyrie.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
It's been an aggressive approach for them at the offensive end. Getting the ball inside and getting as many points as possible close to the rim. So far, so good. They have a nice edge in the points in the paint.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at James, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Jordan. And it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the point guard. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
And he knows it, too. He tried to get away with it. Sometimes you do. That time he didn't.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
Defensively, I know we say it every game. You have to try to make someone other than LeBron beat you. Easier said than done.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact he's had on this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jay. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
And LeBron throws it down.
Man, you gotta love watching James Scott for the slam. I mean, demonstrating how high he can get up off the drive.
Irving against Caldwell Pope. In the corner, Harden. And he lays it straight in. Harden's got 11 points.
Oh, and Harden is very good at picking apart the D on the pick and roll. Whether he's dishing the rock or shooting, the D has no idea how to slow him down.
Caldwell Pope outside. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Down low. Kicks it out to James. Over Harris. James with another miss. Nets trail by 3. Outside Irving. Durant feeling it out a bit. Pass to Harris. For the tie. But they recover it. The kick out to Irving. No good. That would have tied it. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. It's Schroeder with the drive. 2 points. That one goes. He's got 6.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Passes it to Harris. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Harris, right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. You look at the Nets, they're holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far.
And seeing where the Nets are, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
They had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
Nets trail by 5. Durant down low. He's against Kuzma, and that one's good. Durant.
I mean, there's just no answer for Durant inside. It looks like you should be able to body him up, but you can forget about that.
Kicks it out to James. And off the front iron, and in it goes. James has got 17. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Irving passes to Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Looking to end his cold spell, and Gasol sends it back.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
The pass to Kuzma. Caldwell Pope outside. Lakers working the ball around now. Tries again. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. That one goes. Count it. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
Oh, look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Schroeder passes to Gasol. Harden against Schroeder.
Seeing the court like a point, that's Gasol showing the full range of his skills.
Now, here is Irving. From deep. Off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Harrell is out there with Morris, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Caruso in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 5 on the clock. It's Brown with the drive, and finished off by Brown.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. James checked in for Marc Gasol. It's Durant on the wing, covered by Morris. It's Brown with the drive. Green kicks to Brown. To the inside, and stolen by Harrell. And Brown over to help, and finished off by LeBron.
Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
Pass to Shamet. He dishes it to Durant. Pass to Brown. Got a piece of it. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And that one misses.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
Here's Caruso. He's covered by Shamet. James left side. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Passes it to Shamet. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Lakers leading by 10. Wide open. The rebound by Luwawu.
And you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that one out.
James right side. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's just superb concentration despite getting hit. James is just excellent in scoring for contact.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kuzma's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Harden's checked in. Free throw good, James.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
Harden right side. Count that one.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Lakers.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
And here's LeBron outside. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. And again, the Lakers no good.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
KD passes to Brown. There's the three. And James pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he's good on the three ball. LeBron's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
And James loves torching defenders with his pull-up jumper. Play up on him, he goes by you. Play off, he'll pull up.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harden inside the three-point line. Another miss by Harden. Los Angeles leading by 14. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Misses the three. The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And KD throws it down.
And when he's out in the open floor and has a head of steam, there really isn't any way you can slow him down.
And the pass to Caruso. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Lakers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Harden finds KD. And the three off target. The three misses. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A confident win and one where, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting today, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. And with
good evening, Kevin. Well, last season,
what a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden, and it's Durant, then it's Jordan, and it's Harris in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Ibaka, then it's Paul George, then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Here's Irving. The Clippers grab the miss. Stolen by Harden. Passes to Irving. Back to Harden. Greg, the two words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple of things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Out to KD. Lock at 6. Beverly against Harden.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits, makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Outside, George. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by George.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Durant kicks to Harden. And yes, it's good.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
From deep, George. Jordan with the rebound. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Leonard against KD. Over Durant. Leonard, no luck. The Nets with the lead. Durant with it. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. Here's Harden. Durant. Great positioning on the putback.
How about that? On the offensive glass, KD anticipating where the ball was going and then uses his length to track it down.
Here's George. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Beverly against Harden. There's 1:40 left to play in the first. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Durant with the steal. Three-pointer. And the three ball is good. KD's got 7 points. Clippers trail by 5. Ibaka, the pass to George. From outside the arc. And Ibaka kicks to George. Batum for 3. Here's Leonard. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Jordan the pass to KD. Here's Harden. The putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the rejection by Ibaka. Outside for George. Takes the 3. No good there.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Crazy long strides there from KD. Once he gets by you on the drive, see you later.
Batum against Durant. And Jordan sends it back. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And stolen by Irving. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've had...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Williams. Kennard is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at center. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Brown the pass to Green, and the shot goes down. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Inside. And that one is good from Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play. And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Brown against Kennard. Zubac kicks to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Fires from the line. But they'll get another chance.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Shamet. Back to Brown. The pass to Jordan. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
For the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And Paul George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And a new group in for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden subbed in for Landry Shamet. Irving can't get it to go.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Shots good by Williams.
Although he's a little bit smaller, Lou Williams does not deter himself from getting inside and scoring over the top of the trees.
Irving against George. And the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 5.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Irving looking for an opening. In the corner, Harden over Williams. Can't nail the jump. Clippers trail by 7. Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard the pass to George. Releases. Zubac trying to break loose. The Clippers rebound. The putback is no good. And a deep three from Irving. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. That's all for now. Say goodbye.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Jordan. Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the small forward spot.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
A shot by Batum, no good. Nets leading by 7. Lobs it up for Jordan. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
Irving's shot is good. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league, and there's so many more of those guys that are... Look out! Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
but confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself.
I'm not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The aggressiveness, the intelligence of Durant, able to put it on the floor and draw contact.
That's good from Durant. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. And then for Brooklyn, Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Batum attacking. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut to just 11 points in the basket from Batum.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
It's Jackson with the drive, and Jackson throws it down hard.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
KD on the wing. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, Batum. Back to Beverly. Shoots over Shamet. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Beverly finds Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Round the pass to Jordan. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Green on the assist by Jordan. Green's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Clippers trail by 16. 1:24 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Pass to Ibaka. No one near him. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe both.
A different look for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. 46 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. One-on-one fast break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Leonard with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up, and the basket is good.
And just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they paid a price.
Harden surveying the D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Reggie Jackson. The Nets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Nets up by 16. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Williams is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in a power forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 16. Williams passes to Morris. To the paint. It's George on the wing. He's covered by Irving. George with the bucket.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Here's Irving. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And the Nets lead by 16. George with no one around. And it's off from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, when you're given the ball as much as Lou Williams has gotten it through the years, he's experienced enough to make those kind of plays.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the Nets making a change here as well. Durant's checked in for Brown. Harden dishes to Durant. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Leonard finds George. Leonard inside. KD's on him. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. Down low. Back to Harden. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you. And the basket by Harden.
And defensively, you got to respect Harden's ability to drive. That just makes him exponentially more difficult to guard out at the line.
Green kicks to Harden. Green, the pass to Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 19.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Leonard finds George. The Clippers keep it alive. Can they get it? No good that time.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition. And when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Batum against Harris. Fires the 3. And the Nets miss again. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. Down by 15. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Stolen by Harden. KD on the wing. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Here's Zubac. And the miss. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. Mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We got Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 5. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. DJ Augustine out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And expect some fireworks tonight, Clark. These teams can really light it up.
Well, you've got top scorers on both teams, Kevin, and when you have that, you know the numbers are going to be produced. I think it makes it hard to decide how you're going to defend potent offensive players. What kind of game plan are you going to employ defensively that gives you a chance to slow down excellent scores?
Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Jordan trying to free himself up.
Great focus from the clever guard, James Harden. I mean, so good at staying with his shot, even under duress.
Augustine passes to Lopez. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's KD. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Middleton, and it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Well, I like the fact that Middleton takes advantage of the mid-range jump shot. When he gets room to pull the trigger from there, he's taking it, and he's almost automatic.
Now, here is Harden. A 20-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low. And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Harden surveying the D.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Nets trail by 3. Here's Durant. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Looking strong to the finish. When Durant locks in on scoring, nobody's stopping him.
1:52 left in the first quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Augustine against Harden. Augustine dishes to Middleton. The three-pointer off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And then Durant with the jam.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the Bucks miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the basket by Harris.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for DJ Augustine. And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Brown. Last game we saw him score 14. And that one is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
The shot's good from Lopez.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Brown kicks to Jordan. Here's Luwawu, defended by Middleton. Pass to Luwawu. Back to Jordan. And the layup is good.
Well, the paint is Jordan's home turf now. He moves and shoots with real confidence inside.
Giannis outside. Middleton outside. Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Nets up 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side.
I like to stay locked in to the game and focus to the game. And
Greg, as you always say, different guys intimidate in different ways.
And when you have his level of length, athleticism, and skill, you don't need to say a word.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Bucks, they've got Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Craig in at the 3. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this area at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
A different look for Milwaukee. DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Middleton subbed in for Torrey Craig. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Rebounded by the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Wilson the pass to Portis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Green deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. That one good for 2. Shamet's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Stops, pops, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
Man, the form that Middleton shoots those jumpers with, absolutely picture perfect.
Pass to Shamet. Brown outside. He dishes it to Green. He feeds it to Jordan. And that'll be 2 free. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, Jordan, to me, is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
Augustine finds Middleton. Back to Augustine. To the paint. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Augustine. He's got 9.
Middleton's so good under pressure. He's always composed and under control.
Back to Harden.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
A clear look here for Middleton. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Nets leading by 5. Down low. Augustine with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it. The fast break chance. Middleton for 3. Another miss by Middleton.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
There's a break in the action, so let's now take a look at the teams with the highest field goal shooting percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Number 1, the Nets. The Bucks second.
And here we've got 2 teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis comes in for Bobby Portis, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Chris Middleton. 58 seconds left to play here in the half. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's a look at some numbers for Kyrie Irving.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Right wing to the inside. Here's Lopez. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Lopez has got 8 points.
Just like clockwork, Lopez doing damage inside.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets, leading by 5. Six on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Durant finds Jordan, and it's sent back by Lopez. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So for Brooklyn now, Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. Back to Harden. Takes it from 10. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Forbes, the pass to DiVincenzo. Feeds it to Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 10 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
Middleton dishes to Lopez. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket for Middleton. Outside Irving. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well. When your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Irving looking over the floor. The pass to Harden. Kicks it to Harris. Back to Harden. Bucks trail by 4. 3 on 3. Middleton for 3. James Harden with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, that's a tough take there by Durant. He gets off the shot, his finesse coming into play there, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
And he makes the first. And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Lopez finds Augustine. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine. making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Pass to Shamet. Back to KD. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Rebounded by the Nets. It's tipped. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And Lopez gets it to go.
These are the games that you love from Lopez. He's looking fantastic out there.
Brown the pass to KD. And the rejection by Giannis. .104 left to play here in the third. The shot's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Shamet kicks to KD. To the middle. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Here's KD. He's got 12. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Well, that's par for Durant. I mean, that's what he gives you, the ability to score at all 3 levels.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
No good on the last second attempt there. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Nets out in front. They're up by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Wilson out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's DJ Augustine. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Brown the pass to Harden. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Timeout, timeout.
And the Nets lead by 2.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Irving dishes to Jordan. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And that game against Memphis, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Harris reads these situations so well and knows exactly when to attack the defense.
First free throw is good. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for the Bucks. And Harris drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Middleton inside the three-point line. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
Green finds Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Irving against DiVincenzo. The dish to Middleton. Over Harris. Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Green. The Nets with the lead. Irving drives in. DiVincenzo with the rebound. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. Good on the shot.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game. Hey, that's why you want an experienced veteran like DeAndre Jordan. That's a huge hoop from him.
Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Green. Lopez, no luck. Here's Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Bucks trail by 4. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. For 3, Middleton sinks the triple.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch, and he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Harris's shot is good, and the Nets lead by 3.
Harris has been in these situations before. He's a veteran player and very calm taking the big shots.
For 3, Middleton drains it from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 8 here in the quarter.
Persistence pays for Middleton, commanding the ball and really demonstrating why his teammates trust him in these moments.
To the inside. Here's Jordan. Back to Harden. Pass to Green. Here's Harris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, Harris is such an aggressive hunter of his shots. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and sometimes they get over-aggressive with it.
And the Bucks with some changes. Portis is checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And the Nets also making a change. Durant's checked in for Green. Middleton right side. Portis kicks to Middleton. Milwaukee the rebound. It drops. A huge shot to tie it up.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Irving passes to Harden. Got it!
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Middleton for 3. That one doesn't go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
On offense here, the Bucks trailing by 5. For 3, Middleton. He can't get that one to fall. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Outside Irving. The deep three from Harden. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and it was maybe a step.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. A trap. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the Lakers starting group.
Oh, no, he didn't. One more for the highlight reel. KD with the skyscraper.
To the paint, here's Gasol, and the rejection by Harden. And here they come. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Jordan. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Kuzma finds James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Somebody's got to rotate over, but who wants to step in front of LeBron?
And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend, Smitty, of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will be consistent as the years go on.
Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol, and he gets it to go.
He's not your prototypical high-flying roll man, but Marc Gasol, no doubt, can get it done.
Inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Passes it to Irving. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And KD, here we go.
This just in. Kevin Durant is good. How easy does offense come to him?
Harden against Schroeder. Here's Gasol. Nice defense from KD.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Harris finds Harden. Back to Harris. KD against Kuzma. KD's shot is good. Durant's got 8 points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
KD looking around. Jordan kicks to Irving. Outside Durant. Another shot. Count the basket. He's got 12.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. The drive by James. The rebound by the Nets. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Joe Harris. Brown is checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. That one doesn't drop. Brooklyn leading by 10. Durant kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Back to Durant. The Nets shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Just 2 to shoot. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. KD's got 16 points.
Not a bad escape valve. KD to the rescue.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to fix.
I think you get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward.
And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters.
Knocked loose. Out in his own on the break. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Durant for three. That shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Here's Durant. Goes straight through the defense. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Brown finds Shamet. Back to Brown. Here's Shamet. Outside, KD. And the rejection by Harrell. Caruso, the pass to Schroeder. An easy 2 points on the layup. Schroeder's got 4 this quarter.
Tremendous work inside by Dennis, using every inch of his frame to finish.
Here's KD, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Feeds to Morris. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Nets leading by 10. Shamet kicks to KD. The dish now to Green. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Harrell. Nobody near Schroeder. No good on the triple. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's foul number 2 for him. Steve, if you were playing in this era, how engaged do you think you'd be on social media?
Yeah, that's a great question, Kevin. I think a lot, because I think right now that's just the way this era communicates. And obviously there's some negatives to social media, but there's a lot of positives from a standpoint of being able to reach your fans, get your message out, especially what we've been going through in this time as far as social injustice. But I also think there's a lot of marketing and branding opportunities through social media.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
There's 57 seconds left now here in the second.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Jordan, the pass to Harden. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Harrell the pass to Caldwell Pope. Los Angeles with another miss.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Harris is checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Bruce Brown. James checked in for the Lakers. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Will it go? And the dunk by James.
The quick first step of James, along with his power, that's the difference on the drive.
Irving drives in. And there's the pass to Jordan. They kick it out to Green. Harris outside. Now Harden. Count it.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds. And that does it for our...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol at center. Caldwell Pope for 3. The rebound by the Nets. Durant's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
What drive by Gasol on defense, using his gigantic body to annoy shooters the best he can.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. The jump hook, that one off the back iron and out.
Ugh, ugly start. The second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Yes, that goes in.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
Pass to Durant. Now here is Irving. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Irving kicks to KD. And the Nets miss again.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Harden against Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Irving passes to KD. The rebound by Gasol.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
The wide open look here for Kuzma. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A nice shot by KD.
It's been this way all game, I'll tell you. Durant putting on a clinic.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The 17-footer. Kuzma inside. Defended by Durant. Kuzma, that's good.
Nice touch from Kyle there. Knows he can score from this area of the court.
Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. 1:49 left in the third. Ball's knocked loose, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Bruce Brown comes in for Kevin Durant. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. Shot from 12. That one rolling around and rims out. Lakers trail by 14. Down low. Caruso, the pass to Gasol.
It's interesting, Gasol entered the league as a big guy with raw tools. Now one of the most highly skilled centers in the game.
This is his first free throw of the game. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for LeBron. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. On the wing, Brown. Stolen. Morris kicks to Harrell. Lays it up off the glass. Harrell's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. The Lakers also with a sub. Matthews is checked in, and he trims the lead to single digits. Harrell's got 4 points this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Shamet on the wing. Pass to Harris. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third, and he converts the layup. And the Nets lead by 10.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Launches it. But they get it back. Morris dishes to Matthews. Back to Morris. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Harrell trying to free himself up. And Morris with the lay-in.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pass to Green. In the corner. Shamet with it. On the wing, Harris. Over Morris. And the wing jumper offline. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Brown. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Green in at the center. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. LeBron's shot is good.
You could say, LeBron, that's too easy. But great players create these opportunities every single night.
Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely, and that one drops.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
Here's Caruso. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from LeBron.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now the pass to Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. The tray. They get it back. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Harris. LeBron James on the wing. Second chance shot. Pass to Horton Tucker. There's the feed to Harrell. On the wing, James. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in.
Poor job defensively, failing to box out LeBron. You know he's going to find a way to stay active.
Kicks it out to Harden. Passes it to Green. On the wing, Harden. Back to Brown. On the wing, Harden. Shoots. The putback. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 6 rebounds in the game. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from James. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Harden outside. Picked him clean. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And the dunk by James.
One of the league's great competitors. The second LeBron catches the ball, you can see he's looking to rise to the occasion.
Harden right side. And that one is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Oh, Moore's in position. Harrell kicks to James. To tie it up. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Now just a 1-point Brooklyn lead.
Delivering a much-needed bucket. Harrell always working hard for the team.
Harden the pass to Green. It's Harden with the drive. Comes up empty down low. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And James gets it to go.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They trail by 1. 1:32 left to play in the final quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LeBron James.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he can be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in his paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. LeBron against Harris. Count it! And he'll have a chance for it. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on. That and one free throw ups it to a 2-possession game. Costly foul on the shot that time.
Harden against Schroeder. Harden the pass to Jordan. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. 36 seconds left in the fourth. James outside. Just 5 on the clock. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Impeccable timing on the rejection. Jordan takes pride in his defensive capabilities.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're up by 2. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And clearly, they're in the driver's seat here, but they still have to get a stop. The main thing is they can't allow that open, quick look from beyond the arc.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Schroeder against Harden. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Well, clock winding down, none better than Harden at getting buckets in a hurry.
And Frank Vogel wants a timeout. Got it up in time.
And it's something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
And that's going to do. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Roaming the paint. Irving passes to Jordan. Gasol with the steal. James looking around. The pass to Kuzma. Kicks it out to James. And the dunk by LeBron.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Nets trail by 4. The kick out to Irving. Great action here if you're just joining us, about 1 minute into OT. That one wide left.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And here is LeBron. Pass to Kuzma. That shot is off. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 4-point game.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
Here's Schroeder. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Harden outside for Jordan. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Oh, my goodness, he's kicking himself. You know, that's a critical time to commit a turnover. No telling how that error will ultimately play out.
Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's LeBron. Oh, wow!
He went high.
That was nice.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
Irving finds Jordan. Durant against Kuzma. Durant down low. Not going to go that time. Lakers have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime.
That's what he does. Put the ball in KD's hands, and he'll deliver.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. For the three. Jordan with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's James, and James throws it down.
I'll tell you, trying to guard LeBron, it's easy to get frustrated, and it's been that way all night.
Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Saving a little something from when it really counts. Kyrie dropping daggers down the stretch.
Pass to LeBron. From the arc. Drills it from outside. LeBron's got 32 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it. One single unit. But traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome, everyone. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebound.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Baca is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant, and it's Jordan in at the center. The shot's good from Irving. Two of the hottest teams, Greg, getting together tonight. This is highly anticipated.
And you know what, Kevin, the trick to winning a game like this, force your opponent to play your style of basketball. That could determine who goes home with the W.
I like that. Now, here is Ibaka. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Irving against George. Irving dishes to Durant. Rocket 6. Batum with the steal. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Second shot opportunity. A 3-ball. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I think it gets overlooked sometimes, but Kawhi can put up some very good numbers from the three-point line.
Irving passes to Durant. Harden left side. Nets passing it around. Out to KD. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Batum grabs the miss.
Oh, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan.
Jeff Green.
Beverly looking around. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's the Nets now. Outside, Green. On the wing, Irving. Right side, Kevin Durant. Harden kicks to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Durant against Ibaka. Durant, that's good.
What a difference it makes to have someone like Kevin Durant on the floor with his sixth sense to launch the shot before the clock can expire.
Here's George. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now, here is Irving. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Back to Harden. Shot from free throw range. The rebound by Ibaka.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And here's the fast break. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the pass to Batum. He dishes it to Ibaka. Tipped away. Durant with the steal. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Brown comes in for Kyrie Irving. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverly. Brown finds Harris. Back to Brown. Williams against Harden. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's George. Leonard on the wing. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harden against Williams. To the inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And that one, good. Los Angeles leading by 5. George passes to Zubac. Now here is Ibaka. George, that's a two-pointer. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top, leading by 5. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback.
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
We've got Brown. Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And it's in there.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up with Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Williams comes with a double team to the right side. Here's Luwawu. Kennard covering. Here's Brown. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Pulls up on the elbow. Rebounded by the Nets. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Williams inside. Brown on him. Williams gets the bucket.
And such a dynamic scorer inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
And here is Shamet. He had a big outing in that Magic game as well. Green passes to Jordan. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Shamet, the pass to Jordan. Wants to get it to Shamet, and does. He kicks it to Green. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Jackson passes to Zubac. The shot missing. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Shamet. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. To the paint and stolen by Jordan. On the wing, Brown. 14 points from him the last game against Orlando. Shamet kicks to Green. Back to Shamet. The three. Rebound by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Brown. Back to Green. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his third assist on the night.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Zubac, the pass to Jackson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 1.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Shamet, the pass to Jordan. And here's Brown outside. Morris with the rebound. Left side, Jackson. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. And for the Clippers, and that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4 slot. And there it is for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Beverley, the pass to Ibaka. George looking around. Over in the corner, Batum. Outside for George. Over Harris. And there's Paul George on the assist from Batum.
Well, when Paul George has that kind of length and then has the high release point that he does, very few people are going to get to it to block a mid-range jumper like that.
To the middle. It's Jordan on the wing. Defended by Ibaka. Irving passes to KD. Puts it up from 12. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, that's a smart shot by KD. Sizes up the D and then just cashes in.
Irving with the steal. Back to KD. Jordan inside. Defended by Ibaka. Leonard with the steal. Inside. Here's Batum. Pass to Beverley. Fires from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
He gets that one.
Yeah, if you're a young player out there and you're going to guard a guy like Patrick Beverley, then the tough approach might not be the way to go.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Batum against KD. To the inside, Jordan. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Well, the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. To the paint. Here's Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
George finds Ibaka, the 17-footer. A rebound by the Nets. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Irving against Batum. Shot on the wing. He can't get that one. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Harden kicks to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
And George gets it to go. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Harris passes to Durant. He feeds it to Green. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. George with the ball. He's picked up by Irving, and the shot is good.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A shot by Harden, wide open. Off target with his 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. And it's Beverly missing. Here's Harden on the wing, defended by George. Harden kicks to Green. Outside Irving. And the Nets miss again. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Clippers ahead. Up by... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Now here's Williams. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Harden out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Durant. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Leonard with the bucket.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 points now on the basket from Brown. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 42% so far. Pass to Zubac. And George, here we go. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Harden outside. Durant down low. Leonard's there. Here's Jordan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Free throw good, Jordan. That one misses. Clippers leading by 3. George with no one around. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
KD dishes to Jordan. Back to Durant. Fires for 3. It's good from long range. Durant's got the game tied up here for Brooklyn.
KD defines efficient catch-and-shoot players. Perfectly timed there. Great rhythm off the pass.
And the Nets with possession here. Shamet the pass to Durant.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Basket counts.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Harden scanning the floor. Morris against Durant. Back to Harden. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the line. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Outside for Jordan. Off the left rim and out.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
Williams dishes to Morris. And stolen by Jordan. And then Durant with the jam.
And he sort of had that look in his eyes. Durant staying cool in a clutch moment.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Zubac. And taken away by Brown.
2 minutes.
To take the lead. And Harden lays it in. Harden's got the lead up to 2 now for Brooklyn.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And the wide open shot from Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. KD passes to Jordan. And the rejection by Zubac. Outside, George. A 3-pointer, no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Durant kicks to Brown. And there's the pass to Harden. Shamet on the wing from downtown. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Harden outside. It's Jordan on the wing. Back to Harden. Over Williams. Harden, no good. LA has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And George with the stuff.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Durant feeling it out a bit. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And so how is it that you avoid fouling Durant? I'm not sure. The guy has so many tools in the toolbox.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Joe Harris comes in for Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. And then for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Outside Irving. Here's Jordan. Good.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
Leonard kicks to George. George double teamed. Pass to Beverly from past the arc. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up. Here is Harden. Outside Irving. Dishes it to Harden. Here's the 3. The 3 won't fall. And he hits the shot. But hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. And they're going to call for a review of that last-second shot. If they overturn the basket, they'd get a chance to play the overtime period. Otherwise, this one is over. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. So the Clippers win the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Outside for George. Fires at the elbow. And Ibaka is right there. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Harden against Beverly. Looking to get back on track here. Harden's shot is good.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Shoots from the high post. Brooklyn with the rebound. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Irving, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Here's Harden, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, great to see Kyrie Irving getting after it on the defensive end, showing how quick those hands could be, not with the ball handling, but knocking the ball away.
And Beverly kicks to Batum. Back to Beverly. Outside, George over Irving. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The lead is 2. And finished off by KD.
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
Batum finds Ibaka. Leonard against Harris. Leonard, no luck. Brooklyn with the ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Harden outside. Pass to Irving. Jacks up a 3. That shot missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Durant in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Now it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with DJ Augustin. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. Clock at 4. The 3 from Harden. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. And on the way from Irving for three, it's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Middleton against Harden. Back to Middleton. From 17 feet out, Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Bucks. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, they put the defense on them. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset every trip down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
Here's Irving following the basket by Brook Lopez. Irving's shot is good.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Jordan finds Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Irving. Now, here is Harden. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And when it comes off the hands of a shooter like Middleton, there's just something so pretty and fluid about the pull-up.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And Harris wide open. He shoots and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Middleton looking it over. Augustine dishes to Lopez. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
When he's healthy, Brook Lopez is someone you have to game plan for. This is a huge presence on the floor who uses his length, his size to great advantage.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jeff Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Torrey Craig comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Augustine. Here is Forbes following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Here's Lopez. Buries the easy one. Lopez has got 6.
Brook Lopez never stops working, especially inside where he has been a force.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Outside Jordan. The kick out to Brown. Now, here is Irving. Not a lot of room.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection. And Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently.
Forbes the pass to Lopez. Here's Portis, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Jeff Green picks one up. The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Portis. And Brooklyn making a change here. Shamet's checked in, and that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Orlando.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
The Bucks making a change here. Giannis, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Torrey Craig. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes. One-on-one fast break. Here's Luwawu. It's good. This game is all even. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Bucks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got 5 now.
And this is what Middleton does, hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
Pass to Brown. Left side, Jordan. With 4 seconds on the clock, a second chance effort. Here's Shamet. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about
I think the most important lesson that I got is that
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second.
Oh, wow! Young fella. In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Now, here's Green. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Brown kicks to Harden. Count it. Good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. For 3, Middleton. Portis tips it back in. Portis has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bucks.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now here's Harden. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Stolen by Middleton. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
That's tipped. Harden outside. And Harden with the stuff.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Middleton on the wing. Here's Portis. Second chance shot. Makes it off the glass. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Here's Brown following the basket by Chris Middleton. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. 1:46 left in the second quarter. And Portis throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And here is DiVincenzo. Had a 24-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Shots good by Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
Harden surveying the D. Brown the pass to Shamet. Giannis against KD. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Brown. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Harris comes in for Brown. Luwawu is checked in for Landry Shamet. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. DJ Wilson comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Bryn Forbes.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 11-point game. KD drives in, and KD throws it down.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
Now Augustine. Here's Wilson. And so it's Milwaukee in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebound, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. They had the upper hand in the second quarter. They've got a 9-point lead, and the third quarter probably can't get here fast enough for them. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee. And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
We've got Harden. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the 2 guard. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Jordan. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Bucks leading by 9. Shots good by Middleton.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Harden against Augustine. It's Harden with... goodness.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Harris dishes to Jordan. The kick out to Irving. Harden against Augustine. Harden, that's good.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Augustine. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Really impressive from DJ Augustine right there. This guy is so smart and figures out ways to score.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Middleton for three. That one misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Harden left side. Outside Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold. Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Luwawu, the pass to Green. Here's Luwawu. Back to Green. Hits the jumper in space.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Bucket is good.
Well, the repetition, right? DJ Augustine has run this type of play time and time again, and critical, helping him in that situation.
Luwawu, the pass to KD. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Irving. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Connaughton. And here is Lopez. It's stolen by Green. Here's Luwawu. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Now it's just a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Augustine passes to Connaughton and stolen by Irving. Here's Luwawu. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, defensively, Kyrie Irving has gotten better and better. Nice anticipation there.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Milwaukee also making some changes. DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Augustine. Passes to Forbes. Now Lopez, headed by Green. And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got 12.
Led with Lopez, he has so many weapons. Right now, he's putting all of them to work.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. A beautiful reverse layup. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. The shot's good from Lopez.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Scored again for this quarter, 0-0.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. We've got Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the small forward. DiVincenzo against Irving. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
DiVincenzo with it and taken away by Brown. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Irving.
But what a wizard Kyrie is in the open floor. Utilizes his speed to help create open shots in transition. That's beautiful.
Portis finds DiVincenzo. Shoots from 14, and again, it's Milwaukee converting.
And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
And he has got such good touch from that medium range area. It's an option they can always go to.
Here's Shamet. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
There's the pass to Forbes. Middleton on the wing. Shoots over Shamet. Back to Forbes. Middleton for 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And it's Brown missing.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Forbes, the pass to Portis. Down low. Over Harris. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Nets trail by 4. Brown kicks to Jordan. Pass to Irving. Back to Jordan. And again, it's the Nets missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Bucks lead by 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Shamet, the pass to Irving. Pass to Jordan. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Rebound, Milwaukee. Middleton's got his 4th rebound in this one. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So for the Nets, Kevin Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. And James Harden has subbed in for Landry Shamet. And then for Milwaukee, DJ Wilson, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Portis can't get it to go. Nets trail by 6. Here's Harden. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
It's Portis, high post. Knocked away and stolen by Irving. He dishes it to KD. The feed to Jordan. The shot that time not on target. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. 10 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Now here is Irving. At the tip, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
Pass to Wilson. Down low. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Augustine dishes to Giannis. Durant with it. Outguarded by Giannis. Here's Harden. Count it!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
It's good.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Harden finds Durant. Yes!
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Giannis passes to Wilson. Stolen by Harden. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Chris Middleton.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.